Greetings, everybody. Today is Thursday, and I hope you're having a good week today and this week. And so we continue our daily Psalms for Hope. We're staying in Psalm 119 today, and we begin at verse 49. So get out your Bibles and let's look at what that has to say. So verse 49. Remember your word to your servant in which you have made me hope. This is my comfort in my affliction, that your promise gives me life. The insolent utterly deride me, but I do not turn away from your law. When I think of your rules from of old, I take comfort, O Lord. Hot indignation seizes me because of the wicked who forsake your law. Your statutes have been my songs in the house of my sojourning. I remember your name in the night, O Lord, and keep your law. This blessing has fallen to me, that I have kept your precepts. The Lord is my portion. I promise to keep your words. I entreat your favor with all my heart. Be gracious to me according to your promise. When I think on my ways, I turn my feet to your testimonies. I hasten and do not delay to keep your commandments. Though the cords of the wicked ensnare me, I do not forget your law. At midnight I rise to praise you because of your righteous rules. I am a companion to all who fear you, of those who keep your precepts. The earth is full, O Lord, is full of your steadfast love. Teach me your statutes. So this is a good one to think about today. I particularly gravitate toward the beginning here, verses 49 through 52. The beginning of this, remember your word to your servant in which you have made me hope. This is my comfort in my affliction, that your promise gives me life. That your promise gives me life. I mean, what he's saying here is that in the midst of the things that are going on in my life, the promise that I receive from your word, the gift that I get from your word of hope is what gives me life. And I like what he says in verse 51, the insolent utterly deride me, but I do not turn away from your law. He even says that in verse 61. He says, though the cords of the wicked ensnare me, I do not forget your law. So what I'm discerning from this is that this psalmist, when there is affliction in his life, when there are things going wrong in his life, his refuge, his hope is in the Word. And by staying in the Word, not turning away from the law, but staying in the Word, that's where he's getting his hope. Remember your word to your servant in which you have made me hope. This is my comfort in my affliction. You know, one of the references to this is Romans 15. And I like what Paul has to say to the church in Rome in 15 verse 4. He says, for whatever was written in former days was written for our instruction, that through endurance and through the encouragement of the scriptures we might have hope. Through the encouragement of the scriptures we might have hope. You see, my friends, we go through a bunch of stuff in our lives. We go through trials all the time. But I love what the psalmist is hinting at here, is that no matter what is happening in my life, if I stay committed to getting into this word, that is going to be where I'm going to find my hope. That is where I'm going to hear about his promises. And it will give me life. It will give me a different perspective going into the affliction or going through the affliction. Even, he says, the insolent utterly deride me, but I do not turn away from your law. So the word is a part of this psalmist's life. And during times like this that we find ourselves in, this is a great word for us, because in this word that we have been encouraging each other with for a long time now, ever since COVID came into the picture, this word has given us hope. Some of you have told me that these little sessions that we're doing it's good for you, and I don't know about you. I don't know about anybody else, but I do know about myself that I am finding a lot of hope. I'm finding a lot of strength and promise in these words that we keep reading. And that's what this is about. That's what this whole book is about. That's why it's important to be in it, to regularly visit it and see what God has in store for you in terms of a message. This is where we do find our comfort, when we approach His Word, knowing that He can help us through the things that are said, through the stories that are told, through the simple phrases that are coined. This is His breath to us, and this is our comfort. It is our hope in anything that we go through life. And so I hope that encourages you today, because it's important to stay in this word. And so that's what we're doing. So may God's blessings be upon you, and be a blessing whenever and wherever you can. Until the next time.